Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Alex Goryachev. Alex Goryachev is a Wall Street Journal best-selling author and trusted advisor to organizations around the world with global experience in technology and innovation strategy, digital transformation, and AI. As a sought-after expert in innovation, he has delivered keynote speeches and workshops to audiences around the world, helping companies unlock the potential of AI and other cutting-edge technologies. He is a regular contributor to leading media outlets offering insights on innovation and digital transformation in plain language that is both practical and actionable. Well, good afternoon, Alex. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Brian. It's good to talk to you.
Absolutely. Thank you again, making the time and hailing out of the great state of California, San Francisco, Silicon Valley area, as I would call it. But again, Alex, do appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Oh, pleasure. Again, thanks for finding time for me. And I know I'm in a great company with your listeners and other guests on the podcast.
Absolutely. You got that right. So Alex, jumping in here, let's talk to you about your career a little bit, your career in business intelligence. You're a data architect. You're in strategy and innovation, from being a part of legendary startups like Napster to building e-commerce at Pfizer and later running global innovation at Cisco before going in on your own advisory. What's the secret to the success here?
I think the secret is actually, I have two kids. One is 8, another one is 5. And I realized that the secret is actually maintaining childlike curiosity. And as an adult, one of the things that I've learned is how to communicate with others and understanding that innovation doesn't come from lonely inventors. Innovation comes from strong teams. And once I understood that half of communication is listening, I think that was the turning point in my career.
That's awesome. Again, focusing on the team or the people, as we'd like to say on the podcast. We've always got those people that just done a lot of great things individually in their career. But when it comes back to it, like you'd mentioned, the team is so important. And at the end of the day, it really what gets us across the finish line.
It does. And, once I was interviewing for a job, it was my first job as a project manager. And one of my future boss asked me a question. He said, Alex, can you tell me about what the job of project management entails? And I kind of gave him a textbook BS answer. And he kind of listened, he smiled, and he said, Alex, this is all correct. And at the end of the day, when your project is successful, you get to share the credit with a lot of smart people that made it happen. And if it fails, it's all your fault. And I think that's what being a leader is about. It's about sharing the credit and taking responsibility.
Absolutely. Very well put for sure. And I know a lot of project managers in the tech space over the years that share the same sentiment. So thanks again, Alex. Alex, we have hundreds of hours easily talking about emerging tech and AI on this podcast. What is the number one advice that you'd want to give to organizations that are working on adapting AI today?
Yeah, when I think about AI, it's one of those major transformations. I know everybody says this, but when I look back, it's like electricity or the internet. It's as pivotal as those things. And when I talk to a lot of leaders, they ask me questions about how do we do this, or what do we do with it, and how do we build a strategy? And I turn around and I say, have you used it? And the answer is no, right? So this weekend for the 4th of July, I was doing a lot of cooking with my son, and all my recipes came from ChatGPT. I'm not advocating that you start using ChatGPT as your cooking advisor, but I think it's essential for leaders to walk the talk. So there's no way that someone can come up with an AI strategy for their organization unless they're actually using it to plan their vacation. So my advice is start using it daily and seeing how you can use everyday tasks with AI. And that way we can learn to walk before we teach our organizations how to run.
That's awesome. And you're absolutely right. I've been using ChatGPT probably for the last 6 months now. And it seems like every day I find something new that I can use it for. So very, very good advice. And I appreciate you sharing that with our audience today.
No, I think it underscores the value of communication, because as I'm sure you've noticed, the AI answers are as good as the questions, right? So going back to asking the right question and providing the context is what's going to get the right results.
Absolutely. Thank you again. Alex, well, I know you're a technologist at heart. You seem to be very passionate about HR topics. Why is that?
Early in my careers, actually, when I was much younger, for some strange reason, I really wanted to invent something and I wanted to have a patent. And I thought that, oh, once I invent something and I have a patent, I'll be all set for life. I'll be rich and I'll be successful. And then I came to realize that most of the people that make money on the patents are the patent attorneys. I'm kind of married to one. 98% of patents are not commercialized. And when I think innovation happens by teams. The lonely innovator, unlike the lonely inventor, is a myth. So when I think about the glue that makes innovation happen is the culture. It's not the ability of cloud technology or R&D dollars or, kombucha on top. It's the ability for people to communicate. It's the culture. It's the talent. And that is truly belongs in the talent development organization. I think that's the organization that drives the most impact on innovation or should drive the most impact on innovation.
Thank you. You really put those analogies with everything that we're speaking about tonight. And I really appreciate that. Kind of breaks it down for our audience. Alex, last question of the evening. Can you share something from your career experience that would be helpful for those in our audience looking to grow their career in either tech or leadership?
I'm going to say the word communication. Again, if I think about kind of what are the skills, the technology skills, they become obsolete. Even, you and I are talking about ChatGPT, and we can spend a fortune right now investing in ChatGPT education. I'm not saying we shouldn't, but I guarantee you those skills, as much as ChatGPT, will be obsolete in a couple of years because there will be next big thing. I think the most important skills in technology in particular are soft skills. And that's the ability to collaborate with others. It's the ability to communicate. And most importantly, it's the ability to listen and welcome everything and assume nothing. And I think that's what sets people for a lot of success.
Thank you. And at the end of the day, it is typically a skill set. Just because you're a technologist doesn't mean that you're going to be the next big thing or the next big inventor or someone that knows everything. But having those soft skills and those communication skills, like you mentioned, are so important really to get through life. Again, thank you. And Alex, it was a pleasure having you on today, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Thank you, Brian.
Bye for now.